Border crisis also top of mind for voters in Florida as the number of migrants arriving in the Sunshine State has skyrocketed 129% in just the past 2 years. Florida AG Ashley Moody joins me now. AG Moody, thanks for being here. How much is the border crisis's impact on Florida impacting the vote this year, causing Democrats to say, hey, I don't like the Democrat policies, I'm voting Republican?
You know, I heard Biden mention just this week, and I almost came out of my chair when he said, there's so much at stake, the economy, the safety of our streets, personal freedoms. I'm like, are you making the argument for continuing our great leadership in Florida for us? Because these are things that are top of mind. I mean, you say safety of the streets. Let me tell you where that starts. Securing our nation's borders, making sure that your administration is not purposefully disassembling the structure that was in place to have safety and public safety immigration laws enforced there. Now you're seeing record high amounts of fentanyl flooding our streets. You know that when you have open borders, and by the way, just since Biden took office, the numbers are astronomical. Nearly 5 million people that we know of have tried to illegally enter the United States. That's more than the population in half of our states. It's more than the population in 100 countries and territories across the globe. I mean, because of these policies, Biden has turned into the trafficker in chief. We see increase in human smuggling, trafficking, drug trafficking. So when you're talking about safety of our streets, you have to start with the border. And it's laughable that they're talking about the economy and personal freedoms. Have they not been paying attention to the last 2 years? I mean, Florida keeps our eye on the ball. We want to do right by our citizens. And I've always said, you know, you do your job, you keep your head down, work hard, make sure you're protecting the rights of your citizens and their safety. The rest will just take care of itself.
Focusing on Florida polling for a moment, you, Rubio, DeSantis, all up big, continuing to lead. What message are Florida voters sending to the rest of our country?
Florida continues to stand out as a state. If you do the work, if you concentrate on the details, if you make sure that people feel safe in their state and see that you're being proactive, that you are protecting not just their rights, not just their safety, but you're pushing Washington out of our ability to lead the state the way our citizens want to be led and the way they want to live their lives. I mean, half my job as Attorney General is pushing nonsense out of Washington when they try to cram it down into our state. This is such an important election. We don't agree on most, but I will agree with Biden. This is an important election for all the reasons he said, but we want to keep Florida, Florida. We want to keep being the flag bearer for the rest of this nation and now, and indeed, the world. We're a shining example of what you can do when you stay focused and you see success. You know, it's been a tough couple of years. I think everyone would admit that. Right. And we're seeing people move here at record numbers and great prosperity and economic freedom and safety for our citizens.
AG Ashley Moody, best of luck. Thanks so much for joining us.